what do we say to a child who is preparing for matric next year? Tell him that we're still hoping against hope that the academic year will be saved, that people are working day and night to try and convince the young ones that much as we know that they have a legitimate fight against social injustice, and we know they are hurting, what is happening is going to hurt the poor more. I was on Power FM for quite some time last night and trying to convince some of the young leaders that the cause is just, but the means that are being used are causing more damage to the people who already have been affected by the injustice. And you're right, it's not just the young ones that won't have a space next year. Somebody who's poor, who's been eating bread, one loaf of bread for the whole week, which is what we found at the University of Pretoria, sleeping in bathrooms, sleeping in libraries, sleeping in corridors, already has a job at PwC, at Standard Bank, or at some other place, and he's hoping that come beginning of January, the 3rd of January, he will have a dignified life or a decent life, and he will use the financial ability he has, or whatever is left after he has paid NSFAS, to uplift his family. So the conversation is saying to young people, let's look at alternatives that don't create more harm than good. And that's what I would say to this young person. Hang in there. We've also we've suggested this fund where some of them are saying we've only paid 5,000 Rand for registration. We're saying if we create this fund, then we can rescue these ones from violence, because for them they have nothing to lose, because they will be discontinued anyway, they'll be excluded, they will suffer financial exclusion, and this fund is going to help them. One of the things we've asked though is we don't want to manage any fund as the Poor Protector team. We just kick-started it. Some NGO that does social justice fund collection should emerge and make itself known to the Black Management Forum and take care of the fund. And what our role is ended there in terms of that particular fund. But I've heard a young girl saying she wants to donate 500 Rand. And that's good. If somebody has 20 Rand to donate, let's donate her. It will make people feel they're not alone, and therefore they don't have to harm society. I don't know if anyone has seen the Phantom of the Opera, when that guy is cruel to society and they ask him, the little girl, the young lady asked him, why does he do all of these things? He says, but society has never been compassionate to me. Why should I be compassionate to this? So we have to show that we care as society, and it's gonna work.